What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer, taking a look at Guru Control today. This is a deck I haven't looked at in a long time, and is it still good? I don't know. It's a strange archetype. So Dragoon was like the big thing for a while. It might still be. I don't know. I'm going to do some more play testing, but for now I'm using Phoenix Enforcer, and whatever the case may be, it's always been partnered with something like that, right? Could you imagine if Trains had good cards? Like, how crazy they'd be? Because they have infinite extenders. It literally goes on forever, so... I had another copy of Fusion Destiny in my hand there. There's more to this deck than I know, so I'm gonna get there someday. I really feel like this deck is insane. It's just so old people aren't playing it is what it comes down to. But we'll see. And I'll report back on the Fusion Destiny Red Eyes thing. At the top of my head, it feels like Dragoon's a little better. Although this deck isn't great with card advantage. There's nothing really good to search off of, like Subterror Guru, unfortunately. At that stage, obviously. Normally, there's a lot of great things to do that for. He pops my card. That's alright, because it just comes back anyways. This card, this is probably one of the biggest updates to, Guru in general, right? I run Pot of Extravagance and Pot of Prosperity, excuse me. Simply because it's a really good card. You can use both of them, and I think they work well. Literally the only extra deck monster that matters to me is Phoenix Enforcer. So if I can just get Pot of Greed and look at the top 6 cards of my deck, then I've accomplished that. And you just got to run 3 copies of Phoenix Enforcer. So unfortunately, it's a little expensive, but yeah. Okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking the only good play he has, as crazy as it sounds, he's special summoning a billion times, is his Machina Citadel, so he can just pop a bunch of cards on my field. So he's probably going to try to attack into my monster, which is what he does. So I'm just going to pop his back row, and that way his Citadel is not on the board. It gives me a lot more flexibility. Surprised he didn't attack into Fiendus, but hey, that works for me. I mean, the draw 2 effect is good, right? It's always a good thing. It wouldn't happen if that was Dragoon. And, once you get a couple of final battles, then, you're pretty much good to go, You're gonna banish a monster every turn. I'm still messing around with, monster ratios and which of them are good. So, yeah. I mean, sometimes you can actually, I think, do this twice for the attack gain, or at least target 2 monsters, which is super cool. And I'm going to flip a couple of these face down. I can, get my other Uma out on the board. I could change it to face down position, but yeah. I mean, I have 2 of these, so I might as well grab another Fiendus too, because since I'm going to be able to banish as well. 1 card in hand, we'll see what it is, although they can banish 1,000 cards in search, obviously. I'm trying to just prevent him from, summoning anything. And of course, all these are in attack position. I'll banish his Goliath. I can use the effect of Gru to flip it face down. Not that it's super necessary. It takes a while to get the engine going, kind of like Sky Striker, but once you're there, obviously, it's pretty much unstoppable because it just every single turn gets you multiple cards of advantage while negging your opponent. Here's the other one against Trains. Oh man, playing against Trains, timing around after their first turn, it feels like. This is a little bit of a decent setup. So he's going to be able to pop a card, which is pretty cool. I didn't know. Yeah, so when this card gets detached as material, it pops a card. I should have read that, because he's going to pop my Hidden City, although I didn't really have much of a choice anyways. I really want this card to be good, Archer. I want it to be so good, but it's just not. I haven't been able to use it once. It just never lines up, Alright, so he's going to attack over the Guru. That's decent enough, I suppose. And this is a card, something happens here and I just don't understand. Alright, so obviously I'm going to search another Hidden City, which is pretty nice. I can flip this up, I can grab some advantage, probably grab one of my other big monsters, and I'm going to flip this face down. Okay, I flip this face down, I control no face-up monsters. Why? Why? Why does this not trigger? It's got to be something so obvious and I'm not seeing it, but When a face-up monster you control is flipped down, if you control no face-up monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. I think I just flipped that face down, and I don't control any other monsters as far as I know, so I don't get it. I really don't. We'll see what I search here. Well, I'm going to search, the Cave class, which is actually a pretty decent card, just so my Fiendus is online more than anything. He's going to search a Gearbox. Gearbox searches an Earth Machine. And then he's going to bring back the Fortress, which is okay, which is pretty decent. More than anything, he did it so he could draw a couple cards, which is pretty cool. So he's got Urgent Schedule and Machina Overdrive. And here we go. I'm flipping his face down. Once again, these do not trigger. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's so frustrating. I'm going to start popping his cards face down because I still have to work around the Citadel, so hopefully I'm able to do that. Machina is going to, bring the Citadel out anyways, but I only have one monster, and I do have Dimensional Barrier. This is a control deck, so you might as well play a bunch of control cards, and that's one of the good ones. And I can actually pop his card before his effect goes off. So Citadel is taken care of. And now that he can't XYZ summon, I don't really know where his turn's going to go, other than maybe putting a bunch of bodies on board. Maybe trying to attack for a game, but, with the Hidden City, that's just going to be a very difficult task for him. Because he's going to destroy the Archer. Archer is going to special summon a Guru from the deck. Maybe triggering these. Who knows? Maybe this time it'll work. Don't know what the difference would be, but sure. Although, no, it just special summons and face down, so it's not flipped. Alright. Okay, the Guru. He's going to attack into the Guru. I'll negate the attack, but flip it face up. And then since Subterror is it's a Subterror card, I can flip this down, and then, finally I can activate this effect. Why it didn't work before, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to negate the effect of the Ballista. I can still activate Pot of Extravagance. I'm getting a Pot of Greed here. It really shows cases why, just saying screw your extra deck is a good thing. And I can actually just pop the Pot of Extravagance, which is pretty neat. I can flip all of these face down, gain a bunch of attack. I learned something pretty valuable here. So I'm going to increase the attack and defense, and it actually just lowers it straight up. So I thought attack and defense. Well, I get it. I thought it would just boost its attack. It's not an attack boost technically. It's an attack gain. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't just blindly gain attack equal to its a thing. It's it doubles kind of. It's weird. So that was just me not knowing these cards, and I'm gonna do another gameplay video for this just because I really feel like I can be 10 times better at this deck. And now that I have 3, final battles. I don't know what he's going to do. Also, I should have attacked into his Gear Ballista, because then I could have gotten the Fiendus back in hand, so I have almost every zone in my entire field filled, and I'm still making 20 misplays, and I could still lose this match. Go figure. Alright, Brutal Dozer, Infinite Attacks Trencher. Final battle is going to flip this up. I'm going to go ahead and destroy the River Stormer. Although, I don't know, he destroys his Exceed monster just to bring back a Citadel that's negated. Okay, cool. Trying to prevent him from going into a rank 5, which I'm pretty sure I'm able to accomplish here. He brings back the Stormer, but it doesn't do anything. And the Guru actually has no more targets. I've searched literally everything in my deck. We're so far into the duel at this point. And I can flip this face down. He's going to, activate the effect of Knuckle. That's quite alright. I'm going to use this. And then finally, Cave Clash can come in. So I do now have that Omni Negate. Then I can flip this guy up. And I actually have another Subterror final battle. And I can just use it to attack. Or gain attack. So then it goes up to 4,700. Which is cool. Okay, so their other ones are pretty straightforward, honestly. This is against Albaz. The new Albaz cards, sometimes you're just going to straight up win duels because of your floodgates, pretty much. Let's see here. So I'm going to grab the Hidden City. That's why this card is insane. I'm going to activate Hidden City. You can grab a Guru. I'm going to flip this face up. He's going to try to use Cyframe Gear Gamma. I obviously have to negate that. I'll probably just search another Fiendus. And with 2 final battles, it's pretty decent. Plus the Fusion Destiny. And now that I know he has this in his hand, I'm just going to wait till he has monsters. Gets 3 triple Paradise branded, which is kind of hilarious. So he's going to get a search. I can't respond. I can't negate fusion summons. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and flip this up, though, just so I have that negate. I'm going to pop the Ice Jade. I'm going to negate him for popping that. And then I'll just pop it myself. Although at the end of the turn, my Guru is going to be destroyed. Phoenix Enforcer comes back at the end phase, so that's pretty nice. And I did negate that attack, but this does get destroyed. But I did search the Phoenix. Phoenix can just, you know, pop itself for the most part. And that's the cool thing about Dashers. When you have these big monsters, like these obviously can just special summon themselves back in defense position. I knew he had Gamma, but I figured at this point I might as well, you know, take that, if that makes sense. And there we go. I can flip all these like face down, grab the Nemesis Archer, which I could never use for some reason. But I could have actually used Uma's effect to target itself face down. But the advantage is like this is face up now, so I don't have to worry about anything else. And I'll grab another final battle. But I do have the Omni negate. I can't negate fusion summons, like geez Louise. Kit can come down. Kit's going to search, but he also has to just send it right back into his deck, so he surrenders, which is pretty funny. This one's like really short. Flew under ease. Like when you just have this much, you know, disruption. I've messed with so many cards like that's in this slot. Forbidden Chalice. I've tried Book of Moon, which is like decent because you can Book of Moon your own cards, I suppose. I don't know. It's alright. Alright, so I'm just going to negate his normal summon. There we go. That's it. That's the end of the duel. Which is pretty funny. Okay, Inzektor, I'm pretty sure it's just a floodgate, and the guy's just like, alright, I can't play. Like, their Chameleon one does nothing in this deck, because they're all the Guru cards are different types, which is pretty neat. I mean, it's in control decks, so I'm sure it was, like, purposely made that way. You almost always find a way to get Hidden City, you know, at least with you're running 3 copies, you're running a Terraforming, and you're running Pot of Prosperity, you're running Pot of Extravagance, like all that kind of stuff. This is an insect deck, so oops, like you're just not, that's it, like you're not going to be able to play. Sorry about that. And this also has 1800 attack, so there's nothing there. It's just 2 more. They're like kind of silly. I was playing in casual because I just wanted to ease myself into this thing. He's going to activate Ash. All right, good enough, good enough. But summon limit plus imperm, like, all right, go ahead and play. Because that's it. You're not summoning any more times for the rest of the duel. Surrenders. Like, that's just like what this deck can do, you know. Summon limit and their Chameleon one are just super sick cards. Hidden City. And I'm pretty sure this is just like a complete Fiend deck, if I'm not mistaken. Summon Skull. That's hilarious. These are all Fiends. Like, they're all, like, what are you going to do? So sometimes you just have auto win buttons in the deck, and I'm sure he surrenders here too. And I'm going to increase the attack and defense there. You just can't get over it now at this point. He sets the Resonator. Preparation of Rites is fine. I'll just flip this face up after kind of doing that. I can grab more advantage. Flip this face down. Special summon the Behemoth, or the the Behemoth. So, pretty neat. Alright, so that's Guru as it is now. I'll do a deck profile and bonus gameplay probably like tomorrow, but other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.